Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is a bittersweet and kind of a, sad video for me to make because it's the final one, the final trailer breakdown for The Walking Dead final season of this journey of Clementine. This is it. We're 5 days away. I can't believe it. It's almost over, guys, and it brings a tear to my eye to see that, this is it. So in this video, guys, I will be talking about the trailer, breaking it down, giving you guys my opinion. There's a lot of things that actually happen. Even though the trailer is about a minute in length, there is so much that happens, and it goes by fast. And in Kent Muddle, it said, if you break it down really slowly, you'll find details, and we're going to go through that in the video. So I want you guys to know, spoiler warning again. I'll be talking about some stuff that could be spoilery for episode 4. And as Dr. Seuss once said, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. Even though it's ending, I'm happy to see this journey is getting its conclusion, because all the stuff that happened with Telltale Games, thanks Skybound Games for making this happen, because it could have been left in limbo and we would have never found out what had happened. So I'm excited to see this. Let's go for 2,000 likes, guys. Hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get straight into it. Hope you guys enjoy. So, the trailer begins with Clementine awakening, and it looks like it is after the boat explosion. You could see the boat in the background there. It is completely blown up. Willie's bomb. You didn't think Willie was a good bomb maker. Well, you were wrong. He did critical damage. That boat is gonzo. You see a bunch of debris everywhere. And there's a specific scene in this trailer where I think this happened. This is probably sometime in the middle of the episode. I don't think this is in the beginning. This is a scene later in the trailer, but I think this is where our beginning happens. After this explosion, you see the boat is about to capsize here from the explosion. It's on fire. And right when it hits, Clementine and AJ probably jump, and you see Clementine waking up. I'll talk about more about this scene when we get to it. This is where I think the beginning of the trailer, kind of how it happens, how the beginning happens with Clementine waking up. It's from this boat capsizing after the explosion. So I think we'll get an extra 5 or 10 minutes after the boat explodes, because it's not going to be completely gone, I think, after the explosion, but through time, it'll eventually get to the point where it capsizes. And right as she begins to look up, we see walkers coming from the smoke from the explosion. This was a huge explosion, loud, and we know noise brings walkers, so we are expecting tons of walkers. And if you go further in this trailer, there are lots. This explosion is bringing hell, and by the first trailer, or the first achievement, red water is the first achievement, hinting that this is going to be a bloody beginning. Lots of death. We got walkers, the Delta, the remnants of our boarding school group, all fighting. This is a huge battle.
Never mind that.
The next scene we get shows a cave, but firstly we hear a song. The song is Don't Be Afraid. It was played in episode 3. Violet could sing it if you picked Violet, or Lewis will play on his piano. It was a song Minerva used to sing about, remember when bad times had happened.
I got an idea. Do you guys remember when Minnie would sing us Don't Be Afraid when all of us used to get scared?
Of course I remember. I helped compose it with her.
Could you maybe play it for us? If I was here, she could sing the words, but...
And when, we were afraid, that's what 10 would say. And Kent Muddle had confirmed in his Tumblr, yes, this is Minerva that is singing this. So there's a possibility that Minerva could be singing Don't Be Afraid in episode 4. Maybe this was just for the trailer, but yes, we might hear this song again in episode 4. So this cave, it looks like we're going to be going into it after the boat explosion, sometime after it. And it does confirm that Tennessee has survived the boat explosion. Tennessee will not be dying in the boat explosion, confirmed. We've got Tennessee, AJ, and Clementine by the looks of it. If we zoom in, let's just see if we could see anything else. So this is the zoomed in image. Again, there's a little opening. I don't know how exactly we get into this cave, but yes, Tennessee, AJ, Clementine all survived the boat explosion, confirmed. Now let's move on to the next part. So in the next part of the trailer, we get AJ, and it looks like we're still in this cave. And this is, again, if you attack Dorian, he's got the cut on his face. Remember, that is a determined thing that happens. And he looks very angry, pissed. And, the inclination is that the next screenshot confirms from the trailer confirms that James will be coming in this cave with you if he is kept alive at the end of episode 3. So I think we're going to be in this cave irregardless, but James will join us if we kept him alive in episode 3. And he looks disappointed, and Clementine looks worried about something in here, but you can see something is going to be going down. Maybe it's with AJ. Something happened to AJ, maybe.
Never mind the storm.
Here's another important part. At night, after the boat explosion, we have walkers that look like they hear something coming. And they're going to be pursuing something. This is probably maybe after the boat explosion, and they hear the explosion, they're going to start coming over to this area. But yes, you see two walkers. And now Minerva is confirmed to survive the boat explosion. She is holding an axe here, which will be very important later in the trailer, so pay attention to that detail. But she looks like she's dragging something. You could tell she's pulling something down as she's moving. Somebody's dead here. Dead, definitely. She's pulling a dead body of somebody, and I don't know who it is, or some kind of supply, who knows.
Never mind the blood red.
In the next image, Clementine and AJ are on land now. After the boat, they've gotten away from the pier and the docks and all that, and it appears all hell is breaking loose. As I had said earlier, walkers are everywhere after the explosion, and you could see they're getting cornered, they're getting trapped by the looks of it by all these walkers. The next image is kind of like in the same area, but it just shows in more of a context that yes, there are a lot of walkers coming. And following up that scene with Minerva and her axe, she's attacking walkers here with her axe. I really can't tell based on this beginning what side Minerva's on. Is she with us or is she still against us? But she is mad. She's killing walkers here with that axe.
The night will be all.
With this next scene, it confirms Clementine and AJ survive the night. They are alive. It is day. You could tell it is light outside. So this is probably sometime in the middle or end of the episode. So we have made it past all the turmoil and triumph at night, potentially. By the looks of it, Clementine and AJ look worried though. There's definitely some catch to this. Even though it looks like they're in the day now, they're looking at something like, oh crap, something's coming, or someone's dead, or something.
Brush away your sorrow.
And trust me, I hate hypotheticals, but we don't know what side this is. If this is if you save Lewis in episode 2 or Violet. We can tell, though, this is after the boat explosion, and Violet, you know, Clementine holds her hand out like, is this more of an emotional kind of one if they're, you know, if you romance Violet and you saved her, or is this more of like, you know, Violet, I forgive you, or all this, you know, take my hand. But I really can't tell. Violet will survive the boat explosion, at least in one outcome. I don't know which outcome this is, though. The next part shows Minerva looking kind of, you know, worried, anxious, looking at somebody. I don't know who she's looking at. You see a bunch of walkers there in the background as well. Why is she look like this? What is going down exactly at this point to make her kind of like worried here? And this confirms Lily survives the boat explosion if you don't kill her. And she's holding a crossbow. This might be Minerva's crossbow, so maybe Minerva's redemption. I've talked about it before. Maybe Minerva has redeemed us. Maybe she is on our side now after all this bad crap that happened at the end of episode 3. Maybe there's a chance that Minerva's turned to the light and Lily's took Minerva's crossbow now and is fighting either her or Clem, because next image points to Clem. So an interesting hypothetical here is that Minerva may only become a good person if Lily survives. Ooh. And in the next part of the trailer, it shows Clementine and AJ here. Looks like they're fighting a person. This could exactly be Lily here, but they're on the, you know, docking area going up into the boat. So it looks like they've ran into somebody right before this boat has its final explosion, but she looks like she's ready to fight. And this is probably Lily, most likely. And oh shit, stuff's going down. The beginning of this is just, oh frick. There's a grenade. The Delta's pissed, I can just tell. There's a grenade thrown exactly at Clementine and AJ, and it shows Clementine grabbing AJ and jumping away from this grenade as it explodes. This episode is going to be full of action. If you thought episode 3's ending was phenomenal with its action, this entire episode 4 looks like it's almost going to be constant blood-rushing, head freaking agonizing destruction everywhere. You're gonna see it. The next part shows us back at the cave with AJ and 10. And 10 looks to be looking at something interesting here. They're looking all up at the cave. I don't think this is really an important scene, but again, it just shows us that this cave is going to be probably very important since it keeps getting shown in the trailer. After months of waiting, years since Season 3's ending, it looks like we will finally be getting an answer to the McHale Ranch. This does appear Clementine's old hairdo from Season 3. You can tell there's some kind of coat on her, and I think I can finally say it looks like we will be getting a flashback to the McHale Ranch, as I had predicted. It looks like it's going to happen. There's a red light flashing, and in one of the screenshots I'll be talking with on Friday, it does appear, it shows another similar image with looks like Clementine's car. Maybe this is where she found the car, where she got it, and we're going to get some kind of backstory to this ranch. So, ale frickin' luya. Yes, the McHale Ranch. Some bittersweet news, though, is that is the only image that shows Clementine with her hat, confirming that it most likely is a flashback. Our next scene, we get James holding his whisper mask, as it appears he throws it away. Has James given up using the whisper mask? Or maybe he's done, you know, he's given up his role, being like, you know, kind of like that. He wants to join with Clem, he wants to be himself. But it appears he's given up on his hat, because he actually recovered it after the boat explosion in episode 3. So that's interesting that he's gotten it back and he just throws it to the side. It looks like Clementine gets Minerva's axe. We see her swinging it there, and it's daytime, so Minerva lost it in any way. Clementine takes Minerva's axe, so Minerva could be dead. Could be dead. And Clementine's taken it. And this axe, I'm not saying this is it's kind of a really sad thing that I'm bringing this up, but we see in the key art for the final season, compared even to Season 1, Clementine holds an axe. Is this hinting that something is going to happen? See Clementine with her bow here, appearing about to shoot somebody, and it looks like we're right on the outside. Remember that entrance going into the boat? We're right there, and she's drawing her bow, and the next scene actually shows a death. One of the Delta members. I'm going to go through him in a bit, but Clementine shoots the arrow, and the arrow goes right through his head. So this Delta member is dead. He actually survived the boat explosion, but he ends up dying in this scene. Clementine like a badass. She's going no mercy on these Delta people, no doubt. And after looking on the wiki, I found out his name is Gad, or Jad, however you want to say it, and he will be dying in episode 4, confirmed by this image in the trailer, so he's dead. In this next part, we get 3 new images. We have Gina and Solene surrounded by walkers. And it appears the Delta, I thought they were going to die early. They're surviving at least the beginning. But they are cornered by walkers, so I doubt they're going to make it out of this alive. They're pretty much on their last leg here. Then we see Clementine, Lewis, and AJ all hugging. And it looks like this is Lewis, no blood on his face. So this is him if you had picked Lewis at episode 2. So he hasn't lost his tongue, but it's a good family kind of hug. And then we see this scene with the boat explosion. Oh my goodness. Wow. Right when it explodes. Holy moly. Shit's about to go down. At some point when we're in this cave, we're going to get trapped by walkers, confirmed by this image in the trailer. There's walkers everywhere, and this is the cave. So probably we're going to have to get out of here ASAP. The next image, though, shows Clementine in James's barn being surrounded by walkers, with the key art also confirming this. The next 2 images show James opening his hand up. Looks to be a cut. Could it be a bite? But he is injured. I'm hoping Telltale treats the Terminated characters and this isn't a bite, because if it is, my god, I'm gonna be pissed. But this final scene, this is not good, guys. It shows Clementine holding on to AJ. I don't exactly know where they are. It's kind of hard to tell. Maybe a bridge or something. But Clementine is holding on to AJ, and if Clementine drops AJ, there's a ton of walkers and it's death. So I don't know if this is going to be a choice, or, I mean, I don't think they'll spoil something that's significant in the trailer, but something is going to go down with this scene. I hope it's not, you know, a drop AJ or, you know, save yourself kind of situation, but, you know, not looking good here, guys, not looking good.
Will be over soon.
In the end of the trailer, we get our first scene of Minerva with a gun here. She's actually using a gun, shooting walkers. We've got AJ in the barn, knifing zombies, and that, so it confirms Clementine and AJ will be in the barn together, in all likeliness. Yes, it's not looking good, guys, on these initial impressions. You see Clementine making a jump at night across some kind of bridge, and she'll make it. I think, no doubt, she'll make that jump. I hope. And the last scene, I want to talk about this very intently. It does not look good at all. So a lot of people think this image could mean death. It could mean Clementine. I mean, what very noticeable thing is that her hand, you know, you can kind of tell on the bottom, it's kind of gray, veiny. I'm not saying she's bitten here, but they would not kind of hint something like this majorly in the trailer, and I don't think this is, you know, I think Clementine will survive whatever this is, but there's a rock, you know, there's achievements that hint at this, that, you know, Clementine could be on her way out in this finale. I don't personally mean this thinks, you know, this is the end of the world. There's goodbye, there's you and me came full circle, achievements that kind of show this, but I think Clementine and AJ will get past this. It's at night, and there's many scenes that show them at day, but when you kind of see it, it kind of looks like it could be day up in the sky there. It's kind of little, you know, kind of a little yellowish, so I'm not saying it's confirmed, but I would be very worried here that something bad might happen. I think Clementine and AJ will survive, but it's kind of just more to get you, you know, scared for the trailer, because I don't think it means Clementine's going to die or anything, but, you know, you never know. So after viewing this and breaking it down, I want to talk about a couple things before I end the video. There's a couple things I noticed that might make some people worried, and I think you guys should definitely take note of this. No Sim, no Ruby, no Willie, no Omar, no Rosie in the trailer. All 5 are not shown. Rosie, we know, is at the school. Willie and Ruby, we know were there with us, but no sign of them. Sim and Omar came with us we were getting out with Lewis and Violet on the boat, and there's no Lewis without his tongue as well. So I'm guaranteeing you there will be deaths, and out of all those people I mentioned, there's definitely a chance. There was only one Lewis scene, there was only one Violet scene. Those are not good signs. James only appeared in the cave. Lily only appeared once in the entire trailer. So determinate characters mattering, that is definitely not looking good either. And we got a lot of different areas. We have a lot of different areas. And we know for a fact with the achievements we're going to go back to the boarding school to return collectibles. So we shall see how this all plays out on March the 26th, which is 5 days from now, about to be 4. So tomorrow, guys, I will be breaking down the screenshots and the key art for the Walking Dead final season. But please let me know your thoughts if I missed anything, or you know, anything kind of transparent to you that you thought you want to talk about in the comments. Make sure to leave it down below. And since this is the last one, please let's try to hit 2,000 likes. And it's been a pleasure, guys, doing these breakdowns, but all good things must come to an end. All right. Hope you guys enjoy, and I will catch you all tomorrow for the screenshot breakdown. By the way, there will be a stream tonight, so peace.
I'm not saying